Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast with Emmy Hikins and Trevor Gear.
This good fortune, and of course for them it will change their life. They can buy whatever they want, a nice forever house, swimming pool, all this stuff that some people want to have. So yeah, I think you're right to say that someone who wins the lottery should be very aware that they're in a tiny minority of people. Okay, moving on to my next question.
Right. Have
you ever experienced deja vu? And if you have, how do you explain it?
This is a very interesting one. It's a phenomenon that a lot of people actually talk about, but nobody's been really able to explain it. Yes, I have experienced. I could be sat down and thinking, I was at this exact same spot, but I don't remember when. And this is the exact thing that happened. And it happened like this, and it happened like that. And I don't know how to explain it, but I'm pretty much certain it is something similar. And I've spoken to a lot of people, and nobody's been actually able to explain it, to say, well, actually, this is what happens. But you can't explain it, can you? So deja vu moments are they're very mysterious in nature when you think about it. But I don't think, I think it's just, this is my lazy layman way of explaining it. I think it's just the brain playing tricks on you. The brain just saying, right, I'm tired, so I'm bored, I'm just gonna wind you up a little bit and make you believe it. Who knows? That's the way that I explain it to myself. Yeah.
That's an interesting thought, actually, what you've said, because it's almost like the brain could almost slip slightly out of time. In other words, you just see what I'm trying to say? Maybe by, 10 seconds or 20 seconds or 1 minute, probably 5 or 10 seconds, you've been there, but then you don't realise, and then you do think, oh, that's funny, I've seen that before. So that's actually quite an interesting one. But it also brings up another subject. Do you believe, and we're not going religious here as such, but do you believe in reincarnation? Because if we are reincarnated, which is not really I don't think that's a sort of an idea that's peculiar to any one particular religion. I think some religions do entertain the idea that we can be reincarnated, or that some people are. But obviously, if we were to be reincarnated, then that could explain sort of deja vu. For me, again, there's some very good books about deja vu. And the one particular one I read some time ago gave quite a lot of examples of parents of young children of maybe ages like 2, 3, 4 upwards, very young children who, in a certain situation, maybe on holiday or whatever, they say, I've been here before, and they can give information that there's no way they should know. As I say, books like this are quite fascinating on deja vu. So that's always, I think, said to me, there's something more to this. Not every time, but as you say, it may be a slippage of the brain or something like that, or just a place where we think it's similar to something we've seen, which we can't quite put our mind to where it was. But when you see some of these children, and one I saw recently actually was a young boy who suddenly started saying, I think he was 3, that he'd been a soldier in the French army it may have been in the last war, something like that, but that he was killed in this war. And he gave lots of information. And the parents actually tried to follow up on some of this, and they did discover that somebody along the lines of what their son was saying, and he was absolutely adamant he'd been alive before, way beyond his years for what he was adamant, and they felt, that we found something that kind of corroborates that story. So I think there's more to possibly anyway, Dejavu than we might think. And on that point, another question to you: would you say you are open-minded about things like that? Are you open to actually there could be some people may be reincarnated or any other subject? Are you open-minded, or do you just think, no, what I believe, and I will never change my mind?
Yeah, I would say I'm open-minded, but open-minded in a biased way. Slightly. I've just got to be honest with myself. I'm open-minded. I like to listen to things like that when people say it, but then I'm a little bit skeptical. So I would want to really see a definite proof, and I'm not expecting anyone to provide that proof. It's just my skepticism, just trying to block off But I am open-minded. I would not.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.